Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet Stream Tarot. So today we are doing a special reading. It's another installment in my fairy tale series. So the fairy tale series is saying that your life and your experiences are similar to a story or a fairy tale. So the title of this reading is Slaying the Dragon. And as you can see, I've put dragon cards on the top of each pile. And basically this is going to be for anyone who is going through or has been through a difficult situation in life, or who keeps seeming to have hurdles put in their way, you know, people who have lots of small things to overcome rather than one big thing. So what we're going to be looking at today, we might get some clues and hints as to what it is that you're going through, but that's not my focus here. My main focus is how you can overcome the difficult situation. So slaying the dragon, how you can overcome the monster or the trauma or the difficult situation that you're currently dealing with or that you have dealt with in the past and are still moving on from. So that's the title of today's reading. I also want to say a big thank you to my lovely patrons over on my Patreon page, including Alexandra, Alex, Kat, Ashley, Jeanette and Kelly. Thank you so much for your support. And I'm going to show you the piles now. So I've got 3 piles and I've put little villain characters, Disney villains, on each pile. So on pile 1 we've got Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty, a kind of wicked fairy character. On pile 2 we've got the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. He's really more of a kind of grey area character than a proper villain, I think, but he's listed as a villain according to Disney. And on pile 3 we've got Randall Boggs from Monsters Inc. So whichever character or pile of cards you're feeling most drawn to is going to be your pile. I always say to choose by intuition, which means not the character that's your favourite or the one that you think looks the cutest or the most interesting, but wherever you're feeling pulled to. So it may be that you just can't stop looking at a particular character or pile of cards, or when you look at one of them you feel a kind of burning sensation or tingly sensation, or you just feel in your gut that it's the right one for you. It's fine to choose more than one pile. You might find that some things resonate with you from one pile and some things don't. As always, it is a general reading on YouTube, so if not everything resonates with you, that's fine. Just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's not a private reading, although I do offer those on Etsy. All links for how you can help out the channel or book a private reading or angel healing session with me are listed in the description box. So when you're ready, and you can pause the video and take as much time as you need, when you're ready I'm going to start with pile number 1. Hi there, if you chose group 1 with Maleficent, then this is your reading. So let's take a look at the cards and see what they have to say about your situation. I think I'm going to leave the dragon card for last, so I'll just put that over there. I'm not sure what it's going to tell us. I wasn't really sure why I was shuffling the dragon card. I just thought it went well with the theme. So it might tell us like a special way that you can overcome this situation, or it might give us some insight into what the situation is for you. Please stick around if you're new to the channel, because we don't just do cards here, we do charms and dice as well, so make sure you get your full reading. So let's take a look at your tarot cards first. So you have 2 of Gabriel, 2 of Wands. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. Then 5 of Gabriel, 5 of Wands. A challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. And then 8 of Gabriel, so all Wands cards today. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. Okay, so a lot of fire energy here. What I'm seeing is, first of all, I'm being drawn to this middle card. So it's saying that you can resolve this challenge, and this girl is playing with a jigsaw here, like trying to find the last pieces of the puzzle. So I feel like this is something that you're already doing really well to overcome. You're already putting in a lot of work to overcome this situation. And I feel like things have been moving quite quickly for you. You might be quite overwhelmed by what's happened. I'm not sure yet exactly what has happened, but I feel like it's mainly to do with other people. Maybe for some of you it's about situations and circumstances changing in your life, but I feel like for a lot of you it's to do with relationships with others. So this is saying talk to the people that you can trust, spend time with the people that you know are on your side and who you can confide in. Continue to make progress that's meaningful to you. I'm seeing things happening and changing quite quickly, so remember to stay grounded. If there's anything you can do to just pull yourself out of the situation for a little while, you know, just stop thinking about it for a little while, even if it means having a bath and leaving your phone outside of the room or something, just so you can get away from whatever this situation is and focus on something else just for a little while. I think that would be helpful for you. So that's what I'm seeing with the cards so far, but it definitely seems as though you already are making progress with this. I think some of you have had arguments or difficult situations with friends, family members, etc. Some of you having trouble at work. Let's look at your other cards. So we've got Guardian of Crystals here. So this is the King of Pentacles, and it's Gaia, the Greek goddess of the earth. I forget what she's called in the Roman pantheon. I'm not sure if they changed her name or if they even carried her across, but this is the earth energy card. So lots of fire and earth energy at the moment. I feel as though connecting to nature is going to be helpful for you, like going for a walk, recharging your batteries by getting some fresh air, spending some time in beautiful nature. And I just get a sense of oneness from this image, you know, like being at one with the universe. I feel like spending time with family as well, because she's holding that world ball almost like a pregnant lady would, like very protective. So I feel like spending time with family, loved ones, people you care about will help you to move on from this situation. Then we have Goddess of Oneness. So these are pretty similar cards in the imagery, I think. Look at that. So definitely strong earth energy here. The Goddess of Oneness card means that there's somebody who's thinking about you and you just don't know it, and they're sending you positive energy. So if you have fallen out with someone or had some kind of argument, I feel like this person is already either regretting what they've said or done, or they're hoping that you can move on from this. You know, they're already kind of in their mind thinking, how can they fix this, or will this person forgive me? So I feel as though it might not be as bad as you think on the other person's side. If this is an argument or a falling out situation, this isn't as bad as you think it is. Then we have number 44, Unexplained Wonder. Magical blessings and miracles are occurring in your life. All your prayers are answered now. I just think these creatures are so strange. Like, they're really quite funny looking. Apparently they're called unicorn fish, but it's a lovely card to get, and we've got a double 4 here, which is quite nice. So this feeling of, you know, beautiful things coming into your life, things that you didn't expect. So I feel like I want to connect this to this card. Like I was saying, if you have had an argument with someone or a disagreement, or you've stopped talking to someone, I feel as though they're already thinking about how they can resolve this. So you might be surprised at actually finding out how they feel. So unexplained solutions or unexpected happy situations coming into your life soon. Then we have number 1, Snow White, Purity. Again, quite a woodland, earthy feeling to this card. So purity, that just makes me think of forgiveness, getting rid of negativity, getting rid of angry energy. So maybe purity also relating to nature, you know, taking a walk, detoxing in that way, getting out of the city, getting out of your head and your living space, just having some clean, fresh air. And I find that often that really helps me just to stop all of the tangled thoughts in my mind. So just taking a walk without headphones, you know, just listening to the natural sounds can be really therapeutic. Yeah, and the purity, I just think of releasing negativity, releasing things that have built up inside you, like resentment or anger or bitterness, even if you can get it out in like a healthy way. So maybe writing down a message or a letter to someone and just not sending it, just saying how you feel and burying this letter or burning it safely, you know, just getting out those feelings so that you have had that therapeutic experience, but you're not creating a worse situation by sending it to the person. That might be helpful. Then we have the Green Man, Abundance. So definitely a lot of earth energy coming from this pile. It's really weird how much synchronicities you've got in this reading. But abundance, that's saying that good things are coming your way. But definitely I think spending time in nature or a garden, if you have a garden, would be helpful for you, just to de-stress and just to breathe a little bit and forget about the situation. Like, if it's safe to do so, you might want to just leave your phone at home or something, or take it with you but turn it off, just so you don't get any notifications or anything to stress you out or take you out of that walk while you're going for it. But abundance is nice. It really works well with this card about good things coming your way. Watching clouds, lie back, rest and relax. So definitely taking time to breathe, taking time not to think about the situation. When I see the books here, I think of escapism, as well as the little boat on the horizon there. But again, it's in nature, isn't it? It's in someone's garden or close to the sea. It's a really beautiful energy. So trying to release yourself from the situation a little bit of escapism, a little bit of breathing. Try to sleep better if this has been keeping you awake or causing you to get bad quality sleep. I'm being drawn back to this card now. Know that you're safe and secure, that things are going to work out for the best. That's what I think of when I see how she's holding this world. This really secure, safe feeling, protected. Then you have Shalegiel, Angel of Snow. Really a lot of nature symbols coming out here. Let me read a little bit from the guidebook for this, because I don't use these cards very often. They don't really work very well for every reading. So let me find Shalegiel. Okay, Angel of Snow. It says, the bravery of happiness in the face of sadness. Happiness that stands against the stark cold and does not shiver. The winter is heralded by the fall of snow as Shalegiel dances, each step as unique as the snowflakes that frolic about this angel. The quiet reveller of winter, Shalegiel moves over the rime, a bright and joyous visage amongst a harrowing landscape. Its presence brings relief to those who seek escape from an overburdened world. Take refuge from what ails you. It is time to recover. So literally what I was just saying, take refuge from what ails you. That's a much nicer way of saying it than what I said. It's time to recover. So breathing, taking some breathing space. And I like what it said at first about happiness that stands against the stark cold and does not shiver. The bravery of happiness in the face of sadness. So even though you feel like things are bleak and cold and not going to improve, winter is always followed by spring. So just knowing that things are going to improve, even if it doesn't seem that way, and choosing to enjoy yourself, choosing to laugh and smile at things, even if you don't feel it deep inside. That's what this card is saying, is being brave enough to do that and to feel that and experience that. Then we have Maeve, cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So again, about what I was saying, making sure that you're getting good enough sleep, taking yourself out of a situation that feels overwhelming. And I think also with the cycles, I'm looking back at this card, recognizing that everything moves in cycles. People aren't happy all of the time. There has to be the winter period or the autumn period where things are kind of declining. And then things become more high intensity happiness again. So knowing that things move in cycles, and that's completely natural. Then number 17, the Lookout. Okay, I definitely need the guidebook for this card as well, because again, I'm still getting used to some of these decks because I've got quite a few new ones recently. So the Lookout is from the Akashic Tarot deck. All of my decks are listed in the description box if you're ever interested in any of the decks that I've used in a video. So, a man looks through binoculars from the crow's nest of a great masted ship. A battle is being waged on the deck below him. This card tells you to be on the lookout. There is a challenging situation, perhaps even a battle of sorts, all around you. You could experience a sudden fall or loss of your position, but if you are aware, you can make a backup plan that will help you ride through this difficult time a little more easily. So really seems to be in line with what we're talking about. This phase may be temporary, but it's important to keep your balance. Your strength will carry you through a better time to come. So again, it's temporary, as I said, this won't last forever. Things will improve. And there was something else as well. Where is it? A sudden fall or loss of your position. So some of you have had difficulty at work or in friendship groups where you suddenly feel ostracized, or you suddenly feel as though people aren't giving you as much respect as they used to. So just know that this is temporary and that you are strong enough to get through this situation. It's important to be on the lookout. So again, remembering only the people that are to be trusted are the people that you should be talking to, the people that won't gossip about you or, won't judge you for what you're saying. Only trust those people with your thoughts and feelings at this time. Then you have number 11, Aufopferung, which means sacrifice. As we can see, this man is walking over this woman, and this is a Beziehung card. That means relationship in German. So Aufopferung, have you been doing too much for people? Have you been kind of making yourself a martyr through agreeing, always saying yes to what people want you to do, or letting people walk all over your needs, your boundaries, etc. Ask yourself if boundaries are something you need to work harder on, or learning to say no, learning to be more assertive. That's what I'm seeing from this card that might be contributing to the situation. Then we have number 50, No Place Like Home. This is a really cute card. So again, with the No Place Like Home, taking yourself out and just having that sanctuary space. I like how the house is kind of dangling here. It's not attached to the ground. And I kind of get a twofold meaning from this. So normally I think of the home being safe, like because it's on this pole, no one can reach you if you're in that house. So it has a safe feeling to it. But because you've got so many cards about nature and spending time on the ground and, you know, with the earth element, it makes me think about needing to get back out there and spend time in nature. You know, the house is kind of detached from that. So just take that however it resonates with you, because I was getting a twofold message when I saw that. And then we have number 2, the Angel of Wisdom. And there should just be a little one sentence meaning for this in the guidebook. Admire the beauty and vastness of the cosmos and remember to be humble. So kind of see that there's so much going on in the world. There are so many opportunities for you out there. And it's very likely that this situation won't be causing you any problems a few months or years down the line. You know, if you just think to yourself, well, there are so many things out there that will be coming my way that are more positive, that might help take your mind off this. And just the wisdom as well, knowing that this too shall pass, is quite a good thing to tell yourself, quite a nice little mantra to have. So let's get your charms and dice on top. Actually, maybe I should look at the dragon card first. Shall we do that? Let's look at it. So your dragon card, Silver Dragon, illuminates your potential with higher light. Access untapped resources, look into your soul, see higher possibilities. Just like the wisdom card, and see higher possibilities. I don't know why I'm doing that. That's quite silly. Oh yeah, like the lookout as well, seeing this higher perspective, taking yourself out of your vision of the situation and seeing it from above. You know, how does it look from the outside, etc. What would you advise your friend to do if they came to you and said that they were going through this situation? Try and be this unbiased person. And you've got a lot of strength and potential within yourself. And what I love here is this dragon's holding this key, which to me is a symbol of solutions, resolution, fixing something, solving a problem. Really nice card. So now we'll do your charms. If you don't like the sound of them, or if you think it's too loud, if you have the volume turned up really loud, if you're wearing headphones, do turn down the volume just while I shuffle. Okay, so group 1, how can you overcome this difficult situation? Okay, so let's take a look here. So first of all, I can see the mirror. So the mirror is all about self-reflection, asking yourself how you could change, what you could do differently. This kind of similar to the Silver Dragon card, looking within and asking yourself those big questions. And we've got the starfish, which is a healing symbol. Wisdom brings healing. The watering can, that's a symbol of nurturing, self-care, take care of yourself, don't neglect your needs, even if it seems small, like needing to go for a walk, needing to have an undisturbed bath, needing to drink more, sleep more, etc. Don't ignore them, because they all contribute to your overall well-being. The measuring tape is interesting as well. It's landed on this card about sacrifice and victimhood. So whenever I get that charm, I think of things measuring up to your expectations. So change your expectations, basically. Make your expectations stricter or more positive. If you go into relationships or go into work situations expecting to do everything for everyone else, then that's often what will happen. Whereas if you go in expecting an equal situation and make it clear that you won't accept anything other than that, then things will change. So, things measure up to your expectations. You've got the beautiful cartouche charm, which is really nice, especially because it's landed on this card of turbulence. The cartouche is a symbol of being divinely protected for your entire lifetime and the next lifetime as well. So it's like a double protection symbol. Really, really nice to get that. It's really powerful. We've got the little cat who's waiting, so symbol of waiting, waiting for something to happen, waiting for something to improve. Really works well with the cycles and rhythms card. And the mantra charm. So what was it that I was saying? Could be a mantra earlier, something to keep in mind. I've forgotten. Maybe go back and see if I said something and said, oh, you could keep that in mind, or you could think of that as your little mantra, but try and keep a word or a phrase in mind, like see the bigger picture maybe, or wisdom brings truth, something like that. Just to keep it in your mind so that when you start thinking more negatively about your situation, you can think of that one word or phrase and it will bring you back to what you want to do, refocus your intention. We've got the feminine charm there, actually two feminine charms. So there is at least one woman or female involved in this. This could be you and someone else, or it could be two other women, but I'm seeing at least two females involved in this situation in some way. The cactus. Funny it's landed on the green man. The cactus is about survival mode. So cacti can hold water for a very long time because they don't always get the opportunity to have it. So it's like saying just keep going a little bit further. You will get through this. It's not going to be this difficult for much longer. The elephant, this is about learning from past mistakes and only dealing with obstacles when you come to them. So not worrying too far into the future, essentially. We've got the downturned horseshoe, so feeling like you've had a run of bad luck. And again, I want to come back to this expectations charm. If you expect to be unlucky, or if you expect things to turn out badly, then often they do. If you go in there looking for the positives and being optimistic, then you tend to notice the good things more. It's all about mindset and mentality here. Got this beautiful flower. You are beautiful. You're a beautiful soul. A lot of love to give as well with that love heart. And I feel like there are people around you, even if it doesn't feel this way at this time, there are people around you who do care and who will be able to help you get through this. And we've got the lovely fairy as well. So this symbol of the fairy kingdom and magic. So you do have these little helpers around you that you are maybe not aware of, or these little unseen helpers, which is really sweet. So let's get your dice on top just to finish off group 1. So let's see which set we're using first of all. Number 6, so that's the Voyager's dice. These ones. And we'll see how many we're going to roll for you. 3. Okay. So group 1, how can you overcome this difficult situation? Okay. Interesting, you've got the little cave there that just reminds me of this home symbol, like you want to hide away, and sometimes it's fine to do that, sometimes it's better just to stop speaking to people or speak to people a little bit less just until this situation blows over. So kind of home as sanctuary again is coming up here. We've also got the backpack. That just makes me think of having everything you need, making sure that materially you are well provided for. So if you are going to spend a lot of time at home, and I'm pretty sure people have gotten quite good at this recently, making sure that you have everything you need to get through that time. And then finally the treasure chest, so abundance. Just like the Green Man card, abundance is coming your way. Things are definitely going to improve. And I think it's also similar to the Silver Dragon card, all about how you have a lot of potential on the inside and it's ready to be unlocked now. So it's time to start sharing who you really are with the world rather than covering it up for fear of people not accepting you or maybe not liking you as much if they know what you're really like. So I hope you enjoyed this group 1. I hope it resonated. This is a really interesting reading. I love all of the symbolism that was connected to each other with the nature. Please do give this video a big like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love to hear in the comments below how it resonated with you. Please do let me know, especially if there's any symbolism jumping out at you that really has a meaning for you personally. I love to hear your comments, and I do try to reply to as many as I can. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to help out the channel in any way, I have links in the description box as to how you can do that. So I have a Patreon page where we offer exclusive content and you can get to know me better. I have a PayPal link for tips and donations, and I have an Amazon Tarot and Oracle wish list for new decks. So if anyone's feeling really generous and would like to send something or leave me a little tip or join my Patreon page, that would be lovely. And I also have an Etsy page for anyone who would like to book a private reading or an angel healing session with me on there. You just need to book. You don't need to ask if I'm available, just book and give me your information. I need your name, question and email address, and if your question involves someone else, I'll need their name as well. There's a little comments box when you are completing a transaction that will tell you that's where you put your note to the seller. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Thank you to everyone who has donated. You are so kind and generous. Have a lovely rest of your day, you guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, take care. Hi there, group 2. If you chose the Cheshire Cat, then this is your reading. So let's take a look at the cards and see what they have to say about your situation. We'll look at the dragon card last, so I'll just put that over there. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to stick around because we don't just do cards here, we do charms and dice as well, so make sure you get your full reading. So let's look at how you can overcome this difficult situation. So we have 6 of Ariel, 6 of Pentacles there. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. Then we have 2 of Michael, 2 of Swords. It will all be better if you just make a decision. Over-analysing a problem, find a compromise. And Queen of Ariel, so a Pentacles card again. Mature, practical, generous, happy. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. So a lot of earth energy here from these cards straight away. You might be Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn, or have that quite strongly in your chart. What I'm seeing is that some of you have been putting off making a choice, or you've been really agonizing over whether the decision you made was the right one. So I just want to tell you, be okay with whatever you've chosen, and if you haven't made the choice yet, just go ahead and make a choice, because it seems like they're both equally good or equally bad. So whatever you do, I don't think you're going to regret it. You're just going to have to make the decision and then be at peace with it. I feel like for a lot of you as well, there is a need for self-care here. So that means taking care of yourself on an emotional level, making sure that you are, you know, being able to express your emotions, not pushing them down, but equally not expressing them unhealthily. So not shouting at people, being aggressive or anything like that, just getting them out in a healthy way. And I'm seeing a need to care for others as well. So spending time with other people in a loving way. This balance of giving and receiving. You need to let people in to help you, but you equally need to be able to give back, because you're not a taker. You're not someone who just takes everything from people. So you need to be able to express your gratitude for people's kindness and people's care towards you, because I think there are people who want to come in and help you. You're just not letting them in, either because you're not telling them what you're going through, or you're just not giving them the opportunity to help. So I hope that resonates with some of you. Let's take a look at your cards and see what else they have to say. So 10 of Crystals, 10 of Pentacles. So a lot of Pentacles energy, and definitely this is about community. So friends and family. It's Christmas Day here on this picture in the gnome family. My little gnomes in the background as well are watching. They approve of this card. So having the people around you who care about you is really important. Knowing that you can count on those people, telling them how you feel, etc. Let people in is what I'm hearing, but I'm also seeing about material needs. So make sure that you're looking after yourself physically. If you have been very upset recently by something, make sure that you're still getting dressed every day, caring for yourself, making sure that you're eating well, that you're sleeping well. I think that's quite important here, is the physical body, taking care of yourself physically. Then we've got emotions, so a very watery card with this mermaid. So definitely what I was saying earlier about feeling your emotions, getting them out, because I think if you push them down and try to ignore them or try to not let them out, then they just come back up again with a vengeance, as my mother would say, like so much stronger and so much harder than they were before to experience. So feel them, get them out until you're empty, basically. Get to that point where you're not really feeling anything anymore, and then build up from that. Make sure that you've really expressed how you're feeling, even if you don't tell the person or people who've caused you to feel this way. Make sure that you're expressing yourself. Could be through creative endeavors. Some people like to write songs or stories to get out their feelings. Some people like to paint or sculpt or dance or sing just to get that energy out. And that's quite a healthy way of doing it, because then it's not directed at anyone. It's creative rather than destructive. So we have number 14 here, single-mindedness. Choose your own path and what is best suited to you. So now it's the time to focus on you. I think, as I said before, you're a giver rather than a taker. So if this is a situation related to someone else or other people in general, like a group of people, it's time to pull yourself away from those people. Stop worrying about what they think or what they're feeling about you or the situation or what they're wanting to do or what they're going to do. Are they going to get in touch? Are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? Stop thinking about that. It's time to think about you and what you want and what you're going to do with your time and your energy and your attention and your talents. It's time to focus on you. Think about what you want from the long term. What are your long-term and short-term goals? How are you going to achieve them? It's time to focus on you and what you want. Number 34, the juniper tree, deception. So for some of you, you are dealing with deception or betrayal or someone just not being 100% honest with you and that causing issues. Then Hermes, Mercury, communication. So yeah, some of you have been lied to, some of you have received information that you didn't want. Someone's told you something that you didn't want to hear. This could even be not related to your personal life, like you might have got a message to say that you have lost your job, something like that. But I think for a lot of you, this is a personal issue rather than a professional one. So again, I want to say stop thinking about whether someone's going to get in touch or whether someone is thinking a certain thing or doing or saying a certain thing about you or about the situation. Time to focus on you and what you want. If they want to get in touch, they will. But basically, it's not your concern to hang around waiting and just putting your life on hold. It's time to start moving forward. Then we have transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. And I love this card because it's a phoenix. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's the new, transformed, healthier, happier you, more confident, more free. Love how it's flying into this beautiful pastel coloured sky, like new beginnings, soft, fresh, gentle. Really lovely card. And then we have Da'at, null, emptiness. So I'm going to read a little bit from the guidebook for this because I don't use this deck very often. So Da'at. It says, this emanation is a conduit. It radiates no light for itself, holds no shape and touches nothing. It is perfect and invisible, a space through which nothing and everything passes. In its arms, all 10 of the emanations dance, each of them shining a great light through its void. It is unique. Its solitary nature sets it apart from the other emanations in such a significant way that Da'at is sometimes considered to not exist at all. To give a name to the emptiness at the center of the tree, that's the tree of life in the Kabbalah, is vital, and so too is the need to understand the significance of that emptiness. And it says it's connected to meditation, silence, and sleep. Now, I'm pretty sure I said get rid of your emotions until you feel empty or until there's nothing left. And I feel like that's what this card is trying to say. Find that peace and that stillness within yourself so that you're completely detached from this situation. It's such a beautiful card. Feeling of detachment and feeling of not being influenced by anything else, like you have everything within you and at the same time nothing, because you've got all of those memories and those opinions and those feelings, but at the same time they're not influencing you in a way that is destructive or a way that is significant. So This feeling of everything and nothing. Really nice. Then we have Sulis, bodies of water. Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. And we have got this lovely water card here. So some of you have a lot of water in your birth chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Some of you will be lucky enough to live near a lake or a pond or a river or the sea and be able to take a walk through that, or even a little paddle. And that's a good way to recharge here. Group 1 had a lot about spending time in nature, but it was more of a earth energy thing, whereas this is more water energy. So spending time near water, also drinking more as well. Some of you may be dehydrated without realizing it, or neglecting to drink enough, and that will help you, especially if you get headaches or anything like that. That will really help you. Then we have One of Keys, the Architect. So I feel like this is about building a new future, but I am going to read from this guidebook as well, just because this is a fairly new deck. I'm not 100% on board with all of the meanings just yet. I'm still learning this. So One of Keys, beautiful Egyptian theme as well. It says, a man and woman in rich Egyptian dress stand at a table filled with structural drawings and measuring utensils. He is the architect of all they survey, and he points to an unseen building in this expansive project. Throughout the scene, many workers toil on foundations, pylons, and palaces. At a mundane level, you could find yourself involved in a building project or renovating and redecorating your home or workplace. Most important, this card shows that it's time for you to step into a position of power. In order to do that, you must recognize your talents and strengths, as well as your authority to take charge. An opportunity beckons that utilizes your skills perfectly. Feel the command you have over the great scope of this situation and take charge. So this is all about realizing your own power, recognizing your talents and skills, putting them to good use. But I just think with the architect, it's all about building a new foundation as well, starting a new life in many ways, starting down a new path, new beginnings. Just like this Phoenix card, how buildings rise up from the rubble, like the Phoenix rises up from the ashes. That's what I'm getting here. Then we have number 1, Angst, which means fear in German, and this is an Opfer card. Opfer means victim. So it's saying that you're afraid of something, or fear has been an issue in this situation. And whether this is affecting you or someone else in this situation, I just want to draw attention to the symbolism on the card. So this person's fear does not match reality. The fear is coming from this perception rather than the true little tiny cat that he's seeing. He's actually seeing this massive shadow of the cat, which seems scary. So it's all about saying that fear is created by something within yourself. So fear always comes from our own perceptions, our own biases, our own opinions. Something within us is triggered. So if someone has backed away from a situation due to fear, just know that it's something within that person that's causing the fear and not the actual situation itself. The situation is just the trigger. Hope that makes sense. It made sense in my head before I started talking, but maybe it was a bit rambled. So then we have number 19, flexible. So needing to be adaptable, adapt to this situation. Don't fight against changes that are taking place, because once the dust has settled, everything's going to be better. And then we have number 29, yes. I nearly said 2019, so that might be significant for some of you, the last year, 2019. But number 29, Angel of Harmony. Feelings lead to compassion and compassion to harmony. So again, it's all about feelings and bringing your emotions into balance. Such a beautiful card. Very creative energy there as well. So again, about expressing your emotions creatively rather than destructively. So let's take a look at your dragon card now and see what that can tell us. So green gold dragon from Sirius brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology, be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. So I feel like what this card is saying is that you already have within you the answer to the situation, or you already kind of intuitively know what to do here. And you're either fighting against your instinct because you don't trust it, or you're just not fully aware of what that gut reaction is yet because you're taking on other people's opinions too strongly, or you're too worried about how your actions will affect other people. So it's time to start trusting that gut and that inner knowledge is what I think your dragon is saying today. So now we'll do your charms and your dice. So quick disclaimer before I shuffle the charms: if you don't like the sound of the charms, or if you have the volume turned up really loud, or if you're wearing headphones, you might want to turn it down just while I shuffle. Okay, you have been warned. So, group 2, how can you overcome this difficult situation? Okay. So let's see what we've got here. We've got the letter H. So that could be someone's name or surname. It could be a place or a word that comes to you. I was looking at Hermes when I said that, so that might be important to some of you. But that's what I'm seeing here. H will have a meaning for some of you. And we have got the Hermes charm. Oh my goodness. The Caduceus is the staff that Hermes carries with him. It's a symbol of healing, so that could also be what the H is saying. But this is Hermes or Mercury coming out in what I want to say now is like 3 ways here, so that's really interesting, really powerful. You might want to work with this god if you don't already do that, because he has shown up in your reading 3 times. So we've got the Hanged Man there, looking deeply into this situation, and the Hanged Man has this feeling of suspension, like you've stopped doing something, your action has been halted because you're thinking too much. I think you're over-analysing this situation and it's causing you a lot of stress. So again, I want to come back to this card about just do something, just make the decision and take the consequences, take what will happen. You know, that's what I'm seeing. We've got the little child there, so someone here is being immature, maybe kind of mischievous in some way, trying to cause trouble. The starfish is a healing symbol as well, and what I find really interesting is you've got 2 hearts here, and then these 2 hearts. So it's like this situation might be a love situation for some of you, so one person is cheating when they're already in a relationship, or there's 2 sets of couples or people here that are really close to each other. So it might not be a romantic thing, but it might be that there are 2 people on each side who are really close. That's what I'm seeing. Got the teamwork charm there as well with the hockey sticks. But this situation will get better. There's the bow there, and we put the bow on something to make it better. So I think this is going to improve for you. We have Property of Davy Jones, which is the treasure map. So when I look at that, I think of someone wanting something from someone else. Someone thinks that someone else owes them something. So take that how it resonates. We have Red Riding Hood there. This is the feminine symbol, so there is at least one woman involved in this situation. We've got the cat there in the ring. That's a symbol of putting someone on a pedestal, thinking that someone is better than you or that someone is perfect. And the hairdryer, definitely. Someone needs to make a decision. There's this phrase in English, blowing hot and cold, and that's what I think of when I get the hairdryer, like someone is unsure or uncertain of what to do. The manta ray is saying follow your intuition, go with your instinct, as I was saying before. Of course, it's also a watery energy. So the reason why it means this for me is because they lie on the bottom of the ocean and they just feel the vibrations of the water to see what's nearby. Like, is there food nearby? Is there a predator nearby? That informs what they do. So just like the manta ray, follow your intuition, follow those little hints as to what you need to do, because your intuition seems to be really quite strong. Got the lovely fairy symbol as well, so a lot of you very connected to the fairy kingdom. Fairies are helping you in the situation. Have hope. Got a lovely candle there. You're very attached to someone, or there is a very strong attachment in this situation as well. Someone like really will do anything for another person here. And the skeleton's in the closet, so something from the past is also causing issues here. So it might be something that's triggering someone's fear or anxiety. Something from the past might be being brought up to upset someone or to make someone feel bad, but there is a past issue that needs to be overcome or worked with. We've got the car, so fast progress, things will start moving quickly. Also the spider's web, so if you do feel trapped or stuck in this situation, if it feels like it's not going anywhere, it will soon start moving quickly. Things will start changing very suddenly. And then we have the worry thread. So this symbol of worry and anxiety, and it was wrapped around this new charm that I just put into the charm tin yesterday. And this is a symbol of vengeance. So someone wants revenge, or someone kind of is very angry in this situation. So this might be just your perception that you think if you do something, someone will be very angry or someone will try to take revenge, or this may be something that you have very clear evidence of, but I feel like it's maybe more a worry, like more something that you're exaggerating in your mind, because we've got the worry thread wrapped around it, which makes me cast some doubt on whether it's real or whether it's just a perception. So I'll get your dice on top and see if they can tell us anything else. So let's see what they have to say. This is a really interesting reading. So number 6, that's what group 1 had as well. You might find that group 1 has some similar messages for you if you want to watch that. If you were feeling drawn to group 1 as well and you ended up choosing group 2, you might find there are some messages for you in group 1. So these are the dice we're using today, and we'll see how many of them we're going to roll. Pick that up. Okay, 5 dice today. 5. So group 2, how can you overcome this difficult situation? Okay. Yeah, so we've got the dinosaur bone there. That makes me think of old history, things from the past again coming back, or being brought back up by someone who wants to hurt someone else or control someone else. There's definitely a toxic person in this situation, or the situation itself has become very toxic for you. Nostalgia as well with the camera. The past seems to be really important here. So either the situation is kind of over and it's in the past and you're still being affected by it for some reason, or this situation involves people who've got a long history with each other, or it involves kind of patterns of behavior or experiences for someone that are quite triggering or quite upsetting to deal with. Weirdly, we've got the treasure map twice. Really interesting that that charm has come out twice. So the treasure map is saying, don't worry, you'll find what you're looking for, you'll find what you seek. So if you are hoping for a better solution to the situation and you just can't see it yet, just know that things are going to resolve. If you have set goals for yourself, you will get there. So this is saying you will find what you're looking for. And then lastly, we've got another god symbol. So this is the Morrigan, Celtic goddess of war, with the crow here. So you might want to work with her as well as Hermes. You might already do that. But the crow is also a symbol of omens, knowing something before it happens. So again, I think that you have really strong intuition and that you really kind of should follow what you think you should be doing in this situation. So don't worry about what other people are going to do or think or say. Just follow what you feel called to do, because I think that is really on point at this time. So I hope you enjoyed this, you guys. It was a really, really interesting reading, and I hope everything works out for you for the best. I'd love it if you would give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please do leave me a comment as well and let me know how it resonated with you. I love to hear about your situations, and I do read all of the comments. I do try to reply to as many as I can as well. So thank you for taking the time to do that. If you'd like to support the channel in any way, I have links in the description box as to how you can do that. I've got a Patreon page where we offer exclusive content and you can get to know me a little bit better. I have a PayPal link for tips and donations. I also have an Amazon wishlist for tarot and oracle decks for anyone who's feeling super generous. Thank you to everyone who's donated, be it a deck or a small donation or joining me on Patreon. Thank you to all of you kind, lovely, generous people. It really makes my day. I can't believe that there are so many people who enjoy my channel that much and who enjoy my work so much that they want to help out in such a kind way. So thank you. If you would like to book a private reading with me or an angel healing session, the link to my Etsy page is in the description box. If you're going to do that, if you're going to book a reading, when you complete the transaction, when you're kind of, I think it's before you finished paying, there is a little note box where you can leave a note to the seller on Etsy, and that is the place for you to put your name, email address and question, And also, if your question involves someone else, I'll need their name as well. So please remember to put it in there. Or if you missed that box during the transaction, then please send me a message on Etsy straight away with your information. Just it means that I can get your reading to you quicker and I don't have to chase you up for it. So hope you enjoyed this, you guys. If you're still listening, thank you. A little bit of a ramble there, but thank you for spending your time with me today. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Take care. Hi there, Group 3. If you chose Randall Boggs from Monsters Inc., then this is your reading. So let's take a look at the cards and see what they have to say. I'm going to just move your dragon card because I want to look at that last. And it might tell us either another way that you can overcome the situation, or it might tell us a little bit about what this situation is for you. If you're new to the channel, please stick around and make sure you get your full reading, because we don't just do cards here, we do charms and dice as well. So make sure you stay until the end of the reading for that. So let's take a look, first of all, at how you can overcome this situation. So we have 3 of Michael, 3 of Swords. Release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. Then number 3, the Empress, so 2 3s. Archangel Gabriel. Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. Then we have 2 of Raphael, 2 of Cups. 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. Okay, so I think some of you are dealing with heartbreak or dealing with disappointment when it comes to love and relationships. And what really stuck out at me from the first card is that phrase, time heals all wounds. But I think as well, acknowledging whatever lesson you've learned from the situation, even if it's difficult to see it at the moment, there is always a lesson or something that has made you grow stronger from a situation. Acknowledging that is going to be helpful. Also, the Empress, taking care of yourself physically, that seems to have been a theme in all of the readings so far, but being creative as well, expressing your emotions and your disappointment or frustration or upset through creation rather than destruction is going to be helpful. And the 2 of Raphael, I love this card. This is saying that if you have had disappointment in love, or maybe you've lost a best friend or something like that, just know that this is not going to be the only significant relationship for you. If you've had your heart broken, or if you've been rejected by someone that you thought would be good for you as a relationship, then there will be other opportunities, better opportunities in the future with people who suit you better. If you have had a falling out and lost a best friend, or if you've grown apart from someone like that, then know that you are going to find people who are better suited to you in the future to take up that role again. This is not going to be the only experience you have like this. So I hope that does help you move on from this situation a little bit. Then you guys got 2 inner child cards. So you got the 8 of Hearts, 8 of Cups, and Peter Pan, the Chariot. Okay, so 8 of Hearts. It's very interesting because this is not like the usual 8 of Cups card at all. This is all about, we've got the infinity symbol there, creation again, creativity with the musical symbols. It's all about working together with others. It's about finding the balance of the masculine and feminine, the balance of light and dark, hot and cold, all of these things within yourself and within your life. So this feeling of balance, this feeling of cooperation, creativity, etc. If you have been, struggling, maybe start talking to a friend, see if you can do something together, some kind of project you can work on. For example, if you have been, if you have fallen out with someone, try to kind of balance your own emotions and express yourself creatively. That's going to be helpful. And Peter Pan, the Chariot. There was something in the guidebook. I don't look at the cards before I shuffle them. Before I read them on camera. But I have pulled this card a few times before in private readings, and there was once this phrase about saying, don't panic when you see a difficult situation. So like a play on the word pan, don't panic. Which I thought was quite funny. And I just think of escapism when I see this, imagining your perfect world, imagining your perfect future, and then going after it. The Chariot is all about self-determination, control, motivation, success, passion, all of these things. And because they're going to Neverland, they're going to this perfect, wonderful, amazing place. So kind of imagining your perfect world and deciding to go after it, deciding to follow that dream is going to be important now. So there's a lot here about creativity and building yourself up, but especially with other people. I don't think you should go through this alone. You know, there's a sense of community, best friends, close friends, family even, who could help you here. Then we have change. So change is coming. Change needs to be welcomed into your life. If this is the change that you've experienced, this kind of moving on from a person, letting someone go from your life, because I think for a lot of you this is a relationship situation rather than something professional or, you know, other than that, just know that this change is going to be positive. It's going to bring new things into your life. You can't have better opportunities unless you allow change, because if you don't allow change, then things are just going to continue as they are. So as difficult as it might be to see now, the change is going to bring positive things towards you. Then we have number 19, polite declaration. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It is time for you to get out there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. So I think this is very close to what I was talking about with the Peter Pan card, the Chariot card. State your boundaries, first of all, at polite declaration, and then go after what it is that you want. Visualize what you want from life and figure out how you can get there. What are the steps to getting to that perfect life or that perfect accomplishment that will make you feel really proud and really happy? Start moving in that direction. Then we have number 13, Thumbelina, expectations. So things will work out according to your expectations, so keep expectations positive. Then we have Dionysius, ecstasy. So this is all about relaxation, because I once looked in the guidebook thinking, how can I explain this in the context of whatever question I was asking? This is when I was doing a reading for myself. And it was about allowing yourself to relax. And this might resonate with some of you because I'm someone who can't relax. I'm constantly doing something. I can't just do nothing. And so allowing yourself to relax and just take it easy sometimes and not give yourself a hard time because you're not achieving anything today, or, you know, you need to get this done by this time. Not giving yourself a hard time about that is going to be important. Allow yourself to relax. Allow your brain to unwind a little bit and not always be focused on what you need to do or what you haven't done that day, you know? So relaxation. And I want to connect it to the Empress card as well about taking care of your body. So good food, good drinks, maybe getting a massage, something to help you unwind like that, having a nice bath. This kind of relaxation feeling is what I'm getting from that card. Then we have great adventure, take a risk, venture forward. So similar imagery here, although this ship is flying. They're both boats. There's both this feeling of movement, this feeling of travel that comes with them. So getting out there, don't rest on your laurels. Don't let this situation make you feel as though you should stop or that you have failed in some way. It's time to get back out there. Travel if you can. I know that's not feasible for a lot of people at the time, but start making plans to do that. Be open to new experiences and new adventures, new horizons. Then we have Phanuel, Angel of Truth. So I'm going to be reading from the guidebook for this card because I don't use this deck very often. It doesn't really fit with every type of reading that you can do. So Phanuel, Angel of Truth. Phanuel will wait for your arrival. It was here long before you arrived, standing at the threshold to the old throne room. You may not have borne witness. Its sounds may have escaped you. But Phanuel has waited there for you, eager to wrap you in a cloak of truth. Reality is ever present. It is a simple matter to find it. It is another, much more difficult task to understand that its truth can be different from the truth. Hold the torch high and see what stands before you for what it is. And it says the symbolism related to this angel is wine, a torch, and a bleeding eye. So immediately I'm thinking of Dionysius with being the god of wine, which is so strange that you've got that symbolism there. So all about being in the light of truth, understanding what truth is. And equally, what I found interesting was that little phrase here, reality is ever present and you can experience reality, but it's much more difficult to understand that the truth of reality is different from the truth. And so I wonder if that's saying that there is the objective reality, and then there is everyone else's interpretation of it, everyone else's understanding of what goes on. So everyone has their own truth, and then there is the objective truth, you know? Really, really interesting. People do things for different reasons. People experience the same situation in different ways. But you know the truth, you know your truth, and that's what matters. So then we have here Green Tara. Start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So you're definitely someone who tries to get a lot done, who tries to keep busy. You're very much like me. You don't like asking for help. You don't like turning to other people and accepting help that's offered to you. So definitely here there's a lot of cards about cooperation, working with others, surrounding yourself with others, and knowing that there are going to be other relationships in the future as well. And then we have the Queen of Scrolls. So again, I'm going to take a look at the guidebook because this is a fairly new deck for me, and the guidebook explains things very well. So I prefer to read from the guidebook for this particular deck. So this says, a beautiful woman holds a scroll as she stands in front of a sunlit archway. Around her swirls the energy of wisdom, knowledge, and Akashic truth. So that word truth coming through again. When this card appears, she brings important information and inspiration to you. The Queen of Scrolls is a woman of higher mind, whom you may already know or have yet to meet. Her purpose is to help you move through the entryway to a new level of wisdom and understanding. She could be a teacher to you in some way, or offer a friendship that could develop into a deeper love. This woman could be helpful to you in some project requiring communication. She may be an author, a marketer, or a publisher. If you are a writer, she may be someone who assists you in getting published. The Queen of Scrolls could also represent you or a woman in your life getting a position in a field related to communication or academics, such as counselling, teaching, marketing, or publishing. This card indicates a phase of deepening understanding and readiness to learn. It's the perfect time for personal growth and expansive learning, whether it's mind, body, or spirit-centered. Open the mysteries that are hidden in the Akashic Scrolls and step through the door of knowledge. So much from this card straight away. First of all, Queen of Scrolls and the Empress. So you've got two very strong female energies here. So that's coming through. There was also the message about mind, body, and spirit. And I was talking about taking care of your body, making sure that that is like your foundation for your day, you know, taking care of yourself so that you feel comfortable in your own skin and that you feel taken care of. Then there was also a lot about personal growth, learning, knowledge, wisdom, truth. And we had the truth card, but there were cards here about moving forward in life, you know, increasing your connection to your own goals and things like that. So really a lot going on there to connect to all of the different cards that we've got here today. Then you have number 39, Erfolg, which is a Gabe card. Gabe means gift in German. Erfolg means success. And this really seems to sum you up as a person. Honestly, you're definitely a hard worker. And as we can see, these people are climbing this mountain. It's difficult. They're overcoming several hurdles here, but they're going to get to the top. And they're going to have that feeling of celebration and elation and joy and achievement when they reach that. So again, keep moving forward, keep moving towards your goals. Your goals are going to give you a sense of purpose and a sense of direction at this time. So keep moving forward towards them. Overcome the hurdles when you reach them. Don't worry about them beforehand. Then we have Round and Round, number 25. So breaking a cycle of behavior, breaking a pattern, maybe of similar relationships where you keep getting close to similar people, or there are similar patterns in relationships, or certain behaviors that just aren't helpful, breaking that cycle. And your final card is number 30. So again, we've got a 3, because 3 of Michael, 3 the Empress, and now number 30, 3 X's. And this is the Angel of Gratitude. So if I just read the little sentence from the guidebook, it says, we don't always notice the gifts of life. Be thankful for what you receive. So counting your blessings, essentially, saying thank you for everything that you have to be grateful for. This is something I do every morning. I say thanks for the little things like the roof over my head, the food and drink that I've enjoyed in the past 24 hours, the friends that I have, the health of myself and my loved ones, our safety, etc. And I say thank you for all of the special things that have happened in that day as well. So, and also I get a very kind of romantic feeling from this card. So I think some of you, it's just another symbol of hope that there are going to be better relationships in the future. So if you have been heartbroken or very upset about that, you're not always going to feel that way. Time heals all wounds. So let's look at your charms and dice now, group 3. So little disclaimer, if you don't like the sound of the charms, or if you're wearing headphones, or if you have the volume turned up really loud, you might want to turn it down just while I shuffle the charms, because they can be a little bit loud sometimes. So, group 3, how can you overcome this difficult situation? Okay, so let's take a look at your initials first of all. We've got M, D, U, and O. So that could be someone's name, surname, a place name, a word might come to you. First of all, I'm seeing duo. So again, this kind of two people situation, relationships. Thinking of Duolingo as well, the app that teaches you foreign languages, so that might be part of your goal, is to learn a new language or open yourself up to a new culture. See what else we've got. So we had the little cat, the content cat that's got the cream. So learning to be content with what you have. I feel like blessings and gratitude, again, saying thank you for what you have will make you more content and more happy. This tiny charm, you won't be able to read this, I don't think, but it says made with love. So taking pride in what you do, having love for the things that you do, your passions, etc. We've got the car, which is a symbol of fast progress. So again, this vehicle feeling, moving forward, moving in a very firm direction and very quickly. The spirals, that's all about a change in mindset, a change in mentality, changing the way that you think or the way that you look at a situation. Have faith, know that you're protected. Be creative as well. We've got the paintbrush and the wheat sheaf. That's a symbol of abundance coming your way. Really, really nice. Then we have property of Davy Jones, which is the treasure map. So think of someone owing someone something when I get this, the property of Davy Jones side. You know, something belongs to someone else and someone wants something back from someone. But also the treasure map, that's about finding what you seek. So I would just want to connect that to abundance again, abundance coming your way. We've got a feminine symbol, which is really strange because I think we've gotten this in every reading so far, that there's been at least one female, and they were all different charms. Like, it wasn't just this one, because I have a few different female charms, but there's at least one female involved in this situation. And of course you've got the Empress and the Queen of Scrolls as well. Then we have the long-term future plans. So plan for the long term. What do you want from your long-term future? Teamwork is essential here. We've got the hockey sticks, which is a team game. The hummingbird is saying that love is in the air. So love will soon be on the way for you. If you have had this difficult experience, love is coming towards you again. Take the mask off if you've been hiding who you really are. Or if you have discovered someone's true colours, then know that that's who they really are. You've now got the truth of the situation. You've got the truth of who that person is. We've got the hairdryer there. So this came out in the last pile, I think. It's about blowing hot and cold, which is a phrase in English which means being unsure of what you want to do. So it's time to make a decision. It's time to settle on what your long-term plans are so that you know which direction you're moving in and so that you have that to focus on. And then we have Pegasus, symbol of divine intervention, symbol of creativity, wonder, inspiration, healing as well. In Greek mythology, it's said that when his hoof touches the ground, a healing spring will burst out of the ground where it's touched the ground. So symbol of healing, many different things, but Pegasus is a lovely image to get. So we'll do your dice as well and see what they have to say. Okay, so we're using number 5. That's the actions dice, these ones. And we're rolling 2 of these dice for you today. So it's not very many, but I would rather do that than roll all of them and only 2 of them have a meaning for you, because that would just be confusing. So group 3, how can you overcome this difficult situation? Okay, so firstly we've got the person knocking over the vase, and this is definitely an accident. So if you've upset someone or if something has happened that you were very unhappy with, just know that it was no one's fault really. You know, if you've been blaming yourself or someone else, just know that it was an accident. These things happen basically. Sometimes people just outgrow each other or they walk away from each other and it's no one's fault, or everyone is kind of equally to blame, and that can help you to find peace with this situation. Just acknowledging that you're not to blame, or that everyone had their own part in this situation. And then the person who is climbing the tree. So again, that feeling of moving towards your goals, moving forward, making progress and achievements. And I just realised that I haven't taken a look at your dragon card yet, so we've saved that till last. Let's see what it says. Dusty pink dragon from Andromeda. Prepares all your chakras to embody higher love. Accept and radiate higher love. Touch others with its flame. And I mean, wow. We've got this little ant. Or is it a cricket? It might be a cricket. But I thought of an ant straight away when I saw this. And ants are all about hard work, resilience. And it seems like you're a similar person. We've got the creativity symbols, and of course it's all about love. So I think that's just such a beautiful way to sum up this reading and bring it to a close. There's a lot of love that you have to give, and there's a lot of love coming your way in your life. You're a very hardworking and creative person, so make the most of that. So I hope you enjoyed this, you guys. I would love it if you would give this video a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please let me know in the comments below what you thought of this reading, how it resonated with you. I do read all of the comments and I try to reply to as many as I can, so I love it when you leave me a little comment. If you'd like to help out the channel in any way, I have links in the description box as to how to do that. I've got a Patreon page where we offer exclusive content and you can get to know me a little bit better. I have a PayPal link for tips and donations, and I have an Amazon wishlist for tarot and oracle decks if anyone's feeling really generous and would like to get a new deck for the channel. Please do take the time to look over that. It'll only take you a minute or so and you might see something that you really like the look of. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated. You are so kind and generous, and it really does make my day when I realise that there are people out there who care enough about the work that I do that they want to donate. It's just so lovely. So thank you so much to you, all of you, even if you've only considered it, thank you. If you would like to book a private reading or an angel healing session, the link to my Etsy page is also in the description. Please remember to leave me your name, email address and question when you book a reading. Before you complete the transaction, there's a little note, little comments box to leave messages to the seller, so that's where you put that information. And if your question involves another person, I'll need their name as well. So thank you for remembering to do that. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end of this video. Have a lovely rest of your day, you guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, take care.